Oh man. Oh my God. Yeah. I love it. Nah.
Are you doing film? Hell yeah, brother. Thank you.
When you do like this, I remember.
Ah, get out of here.
Is that one build or three builds?
The violin. Oh yeah. The violin.
They actually started like my thing.
We always start.
But
I think the latest the show has ever started is like 3:30.
that's fine. That's what it's like.
Even then, we started before 3:10. It came on at 5 minutes till we started. This show usually goes over 2 hours. Yeah, we're always over there.
Well, it's on the phone. That's good because we're in intermediate now. So you're serving everybody.
So, I was going to tell commentary, mics are hot, we're going to start recording, and we're streaming now. Sounds good? Good. Cool. Those mics will be hot, so your whispers are good.
Show, Ani. Ani, ladies and gentlemen, is varsity for trust. Thank you so much for putting your trust in me. Week in, week out, here for the longest running bi-weekly show in San Diego, California, Primal Rage! Ladies and gentlemen, everything we do here in this building is for every single one of you loyal fans. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing community. Thank you so much for giving this great energy. So, for such a momentous occasion today, please, folks, if you see a wrestler you like, cheer as loud as you can. If you see a wrestler you hate, I want to hear some boos and cheers as much as you got. And if you see somebody going for a dive, please, clear the way. Help yourselves out. You know. But ladies and gentlemen, before we start with anything for the Odyssey Cup, I believe it would be remiss of me if I did not introduce our commissioner for Primal Rage to the ring, Mr. Orion Odyssey.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Come on, let me hear it. I am Orion Odyssey. I am your commissioner. And oh man, this has been over a month in the making. We've had announcements, we've had qualifiers, we've had an incredible first round, and it all comes down to this. Jake Mays, Jake Redondo, Joey Lancaster, or the playmaker, J2 Mattioli. One of those guys is going to become our first Odyssey Cup champion. All right. So this is how it's going to work. We're going to start out with two incredible semifinal matches to make sure that our two finalists can regroup and refocus so they can give it their all in our main event. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be incredible because not only is that person going to be the winner of the Odyssey Cup, they are also going to challenge Jeremiah Fresh for the Primal Pro Rage Heavyweight Championship at our big event. You're doing my event, aren't you?
I did booing fresh.
Okay. You're all allowed to boo Fresh. You guys want to boo Fresh? They will challenge Jeremiah Fresh July 20th at our huge summer event, Summer Surge! All right, so with that, we're going to go and get out of here. Are you guys ready to rage? Are you guys ready to rage? All right, let's get into our
I'll do it till the sun goes out and all through the night time. Sunglasses on while I shed a tear. It's never the right time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get our competitors to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for taking time in your busy Sunday schedules to be joining us here at 2050 Wilson Avenue in National City, the Primal Compound. We are home to yet another bi-weekly episode of Primal Rage, where tonight the landscape will change forever on this historic night, not only for the singles division, but the tag team division. Where tonight, not only will the Pump Line put their titles against the returning Brothers Divine, but we have semi-final action and final action for the Odyssey Cup. 4 men walk in, 2 men walk into our main event, 1 man walks out, not only as the first holder of the Odyssey Cup, but etches their name in Summer Surge history. In the main event, against our forever champion, Jeremiah Fresh, for the Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. For those listening in, I am one half of your commentary team tonight, Chase Mansfield. And of course, joining me at the desk is none other than the commissioner himself, Orion Odyssey. Odyssey, I gotta ask how you feeling tonight, and looking at the field of 4 tonight, actually looking at this match against J2 Mattioli and Joey Lancaster, who do you get the momentum to tonight?
Thank you so much, Chase. I am so excited. You know, when you put so much money into something like this, to get these 4 competitors, it's just absolutely outstanding. You know, you've got Joey Lancaster in the ring right now, crown jewel of professional wrestling. I call him the golden god of professional wrestling. To have him be one of our first 4 competitors here is absolutely incredible. He brings in some momentum, but I don't think quite as much momentum as our next competitor who's about to come out here right now.
That is right, Orion. The next man, the man who will be going against the man with the aura, is none other than Mr. San Diego himself. He fashions himself as the playmaker, player 2, but tonight he is hoping to become the first ever Odyssey Cup holder. And that man is J2 Mattioli.
Absolutely. J2 Mattioli has already had such a storied career here in San Diego, in LA, and beyond. For him to be the first inaugural champion, that would be quite a feat, not only for him, but prestigious for the Odyssey Cup as well.
Absolutely. J2 Mattioli looking for his 3rd match with Jeremiah Fresh. Tariq Tarbos is already down, and now all he has to do is get through this roadblock. But standing in his way is none other than the man who has beat him before, Joey Lancaster. Going to be a very telling match tonight. Can J2 continue his momentum, his crazy 2025 momentum, by getting into our main event tonight? Or will Joey Lancaster continue his revolution here at Primal Pro Wrestling with a win in our inaugural match for our semifinals in the Tournament Cup?
Yeah, this is an absolute toss-up between these 2 competitors. They both are incredible strikers, incredible wrestlers. Look at the charisma being shown here right by J2 Mattioli, singing along to the weekend. The weekend right now is Primal Raid as well.
Mr. Man with the aura walking out. Or will he have to save his tears for another day as J2 Mattioli walks into our main event? Only one way to find out is to continue to watch the rage, so let's send it down to introductions with the Sheik of professional wrestling, Ario Amin.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening match is a semi-final match for the Odyssey Cup tournament scheduled for 1 fall. Introducing first, to my right, he is the grand jewel of professional wrestling. He is the man with the aura, Joey Lancaster. And his opponent, to my left, from San Diego, California, he is the playmaker, J2 Mattioli.
Very storied past between these two. As we know, Joey Lancaster has said time and time before in the months leading up to this, you can change the color of your tights, you can stop wearing a mask, but it doesn't make you a different person. And tonight, Joey Lancaster looks to take down J2 Mattioli for a 2nd time. But for Mattioli, Joey Lancaster is just another stepping stone on his path to a 3rd match with our forever champion, Jeremiah Fresh.
Yeah, look at the concentration already. You can see Joey Lancaster's face. He is not taking for granted that he has 1 win against J2 Mattioli. He's taking this as serious as possible because this cup is serious. It is such an amazing accolade that someone is going to earn tonight.
Ooh, beautiful collar elbow tie-up between these two. It's going to be very hold for hold, evenly matched. As we know, as we look at the tail of the tape, J2 does have the size and power advantage. but Joey Lancaster continues to grow in size. I think this is the biggest we have seen Joey Lancaster. He has absolutely changed his physique, and tonight he knows that he has to be not only at 100%, not only 110%, but 120% if you're going against Mr. San Diego, Mr. Iron Man himself, J2 Mattioli.
Well, you notice the technique that Joey Lancaster is showing on both of these. Look at that. Pushing back the bigger man. I'm telling you, that is impressive, incredibly hard to do. But Joey Lancaster did it.
Now mocking J2 Mattioli. Has no love lost for the playmaker, but the playmaker giving him a massive shot of his own, and ooh, just a slap from J2. Realizes that he is going to take Joey Lancaster out. He has to do so in the first couple minutes of this match. For both men, they get more dangerous as time goes on. Potentially looking for a neck breaker now. Oh, looking for a playmaker lariat right away, but a duck under from Joey Lancaster. Had that one scouted. Understands that J2 is able to hit that move. It is over.
Yeah, he is not here always quick as a cat. Kind of quick as a jaguar. I don't know what to say about Joey Lancaster. That technique again, absolutely flawless. That wasn't a little bit. There was no way J2 was going to be able to hit that lariat with the speed of Joey Lancaster.
Both men trying to jockey for position. Who will be able to get the upper hand in these proceedings? But a massive shot from J2 yet again, right on the mush of Joey Lancaster. Now going for that playmaker knee, looking for a spin kick and a step up Enziguri from the man with the aura.
Followed up by a huge clothesline, and then how is he going to do it again? Oh, is this an overhead suplex?
Wow! Pillar of the post goes J2 Mattioli now with a cover, but only a 1 count from Lancaster.
Oh, it was a 1 count, but look at the pain on J2 Mattioli's face. It was a very punishing suplex.
Joey Lancaster has talked the last couple of months bringing the Revolution, has the wins to back it up. Not only him, but also the Gooners. The Gunners. My apologies, boys. But now, going post to post is Joey Lancaster looking for Chop City, and now just a nasty clothesline right to the turnbuckle.
Yeah, Joey Lancaster knows how to punish his opponents, and he's definitely showing it here with J2 Mattioli.
Continuing on with the offense, just adding so much damage to Mattioli on his own. But Mattioli able to move out of harm's way. Now he's on the outside. Another clubbing blow to Joey Lancaster. That's going to do a lot of damage as time goes on. But now with a out-of-nowhere kick. Now looking to use the ropes to his advantage.
Oh, that was such an incredible punishing straight kick to the temple of Joey Lancaster. So impressive he was able to get out of the way. And looks like he's trying to get some offense himself.
Targeting the larynx of J2 Mattioli now with a vicious knee. Courtesy of the man with the aura himself, the crown jewel of professional wrestling, but only a 2 count from referee Juan Montano.
Now look at Joey Lancaster just measuring J2 Mattioli. He's got to be surgical on those shots.
What do you see from this young rookie, Orion Odyssey, that J2 Mattioli just can't bring tonight?
Well, the first thing is just hunger. I mean, you look at all the potential that Joey Lancaster has. Oh my gosh!
Again, just attacking the temple of J2 Mattioli.
Joey Lancaster almost got the win right there. Joey Lancaster has been a champion here in Southern California, yet he still doesn't seem to get the respect from the fans that he really deserves. And I think that hunger is just something that J2 Mattioli can't match. You know, we already know he's Mr. San Diego. He's already won multiple championships. And Joey Lancaster just is looking at, like, what do I have to do to be seen in that category as J2 Mattioli?
J2 Mattioli able to get out of the proceedings, taking Lancaster to the corner. Continuing on with those massive strikes. And now, almost potentially looking for a face buster, but a vicious knee to the face of J2 Mattioli. And now, oh, a back suplex.
Oh, that could do it.
2.5 from the playmaker himself. Still a lot of fight left in this proceedings. He knows only one man can make it into the main event. But Joey Lancaster now looking to just stomp his prey like a vulture, picking apart his meal.
Yeah, J2 Mattioli, it's all about trying to get J2 as discombobulated as possible, so he doesn't know what to block. Oh my goodness, and that's such a vicious stomp to the throat of J2 Mattioli.
Again, the man with the aura looking to take out the windpipe of J2 Mattioli, stop him from getting any modicum of offense in, looking to take away the breath of J2 Mattioli, so he won't be able to hit those big power moves, won't be able to use his strength in the future goings of this match. And now slowing it down to a halt is the Mr. Man of the aura, and this is where he is the most dangerous, Orion.
Once that crowd starts to gets behind J2 Mattioli, he just finds a different gear that most guys don't have. But look at Joey Lancaster has an answer. And yet again, an incredible strike there by Joey Lancaster on J2 Mattioli.
Strike for strike, but not sure if that is the right avenue to go down when it comes to Mr. San Diego. As we know, probably hardest striker here at Primal. We're seeing that on display tonight. Jesus Christ, Orion! What a German suplex. Oh God, just landing on the top of his neck.
Oh, is he going for a third? No, blocked.
No, not able to get the three-peat is J2 Mattioli. Now take him to the ropes. I spoke too soon. Call it three amigos if you want. Able to get those three German suplexes in. Only a 2 count.
Yeah, that was 3 CJ Tinos right there. My gosh, what suplexes there by J2 Mattioli. And what a veteran. You know, his ability to not only strike but to block. You'll notice that block he did to Joey Lancaster was just absolutely textbook. So difficult to pull off in a real situation.
Looking for that playmaker lariat. Joey Lancaster doing his homework, had that one scouted, was able to grab the arm of J2 Mattioli, but now, wow, potentially get in tombstone position, looking for a roll-up. Joey Lancaster wasn't able to get him fully on the shoulders, and now just continuing on with those massive clubbing blows.
Oh, it's not always pretty, but the athleticism of Joey Lancaster, oh my goodness.
Jumping knee, almost taking the head off of Mattioli, and now looking to hit the ropes, Orion.
Oh, leapfrog leg drop to the back of the head, that might be it.
Wow, the closest cover that Joey Lancaster has gone, as we know, the crown jewel of professional wrestling, looking to add yet another accolade to his growing list of accomplishments. If he can beat J2 Mattioli, he gets in the main event tonight now, going after the already injured arm that he's been taken out for the rest of the match. He's gonna, almost looks like he's looking to tear it out of the socket, Orion.
Oh yeah, look at the fury that's on the face of Joey Lancaster right now. My gosh, J2 Mattioli is a big man, but man, that is such a painful hold to try to get out of.
There's so much left strain on that right, or that left arm. If he's able to take that out, that might mean no more playmaker Larry, but spoke too soon, able to get him with a clubbing blow. Now potentially calling for the end is J2 Mattioli. Can he get it? No, was able to evade it yet again from Joey Lancaster, hitting the ropes as J2 Mattioli. But now, oh my God, able to get it from the back as the playmaker take off. He means business.
Oh, absolutely. Joey Lancaster has just been terrorizing people. Wait, what's going on right now?
Come on. Well, we saw them reel their ugly heads in the match of Lancaster as he was able to get into the semifinal match. Don't know if Juan Montano sees it. J2 Mattioli sure sees it. A little malfunction at the junction there. Now Juan Montano doing everything he can. But a roll-up from Joey Lancaster might have had that one if it weren't for the Gooners.
Oh, those Gunners, they just, and look at Joey Lancaster, he is upset.
Again, getting in the face. We saw him get in the face 2 weeks ago of Frankie Flacco, trying to do it on his own. Doesn't need them, he said, and now playmaker lariat, thanks to the Gunners.
Oh, and we have our first finalist. The playmaker, J2 Mattioli, wins over Joey Lancaster.
Advancing to the finals of the Odyssey Cup tournament, J2 Mattioli!
Mr. San Diego, Mr. Playmaker, potentially soon to be Mr. Orion. But now the Playmaker. There's no rest for the wicked, as they say, as he will go into our main event against either Jake Redondo or Jake Mays. But if it's Joey Lancaster and these goons, there's a lot to talk about in the back. Joey Lancaster had that one Orion multiple times.
He definitely could, and I've talked to these gunners before. I know it's tempting to cheat, but sometimes it just completely backfires on you. That's one of the reasons why I really discourage them from doing that. And I'm telling you, the gunners will be coming back. They have a punishment for what they were doing last week, and you'll be seeing that match in just a couple of matches here.
Well, save your tears for another day, boys. Because
cut the music.
Whoa.
Thank you for doing it immediately.
Who let this guy in?
Thank you for the time, Odyssey.
Did you give him a spot?
J2, stay in that ring,
told him he
because
could
we
talk,
have a lot
but
to talk about.
I didn't want him to interrupt like this.
These two have so much history behind each other in SoCal Pro. What is Robin Shaw gonna have to say?
You see, this isn't what you think it is. Unlike most people when I come out here and attack you from behind, that's not what I'm here to do.
Well, he's doing that part right.
This is genuine and from the heart. 5 years ago, I moved to San Diego. And there were 3 people that made me move here. Remy Morgan, Jackson Calhoun, and you, J2. Because 5 years ago, I decided I needed to better myself and better my family. I moved down here, and not only did I already have that family, I brought another one through Level Up and through you. And you see, throughout everything, and all the fights that we've had, we do not see eye to eye on a lot of things.
Very true.
We do, however, see eye to eye on one thing, and that is bettering the area around us, bettering San Diego wrestling, bettering SoCal wrestling, bettering the entire world of wrestling. But unfortunately, my 5 years here have to come to an end.
Oh, what?
Like I've said, I have to do what's best for my family, which is why on July 6th, it will be my last match as a resident of San Diego, California.
Big news from the big man.
Orion Odyssey has given me a choice of anyone in this country that I want to wrestle, and I choose you. This isn't about the Odyssey Cup. This isn't about the Primal Championship. This is definitely not about the weekend's Mexican cousin. You know what this is about? It's 2 people, one Mattioli, Matt Shaw, who give a shit about SoCal wrestling. None of this would have happened without you and without me. So July 6th, you and me, one last time. What do you guys think?
Let's get it done, boys.
I think the people have spoken, Shaw. Next Primal Rage. Matt Shaw, Sweet Robin Shaw versus J2 Mattioli, the Playmaker. One last time. Here in San Diego! It's gonna happen.
You heard it here first, folks. July 6th is the date. It'll be Robin Shaw's last Primal match against this man right here, making it into our main
You're
event.
damn right I'm gonna win that tournament. I'll see you guys real soon!
Mr. San Diego.
For J2 again, folks.
Yeah, Robin Shaw came to me. He let me know what was going on, and it was absolutely true. I gave him the choice of anyone I could get my hands on, and he chose J2 Mattioli. I was expecting the announcement to come later.
Can you repeat that?
Differently, but you know, that's the thing. As much as I love Robin Shaw, you're not going to tell him what to do.
Match, ladies and gentlemen. So much great energy. Look at the audience rate doubled. We'd love to see that. Great, great, great. Folks, I always gotta mention, please, we are live streaming all around the world. Hi, Mom. So please, ladies and gentlemen, if you got family viewing us, be sure to like us on our live stream, on YouTube, on any social media. We want to make sure we boost the algorithms so everyone around the world, all over the country as well, can enjoy Primal Rage just like you folks. So, who's ready for the match? Yeah, let's hear it. Let's get our competitors to the ring.
second of two semifinal matches for the Odyssey Cup. And this time, it's against Jake Squared, Jake Mays, Jake Redondo. Two of the brightest stars and rookies here in Primal Rage. And tonight, only one man can walk in to fight J2 Mattioli in our main event for the Odyssey Cup. Now walking out, Mr. Ice in his veins, the inescapable Jake Mays. And I gotta ask you, Orion, when it comes to Jake Mays, we've seen so much confidence from him lately. What do you think he's going to bring in tonight that's on another level of Jake Redondo?
Well, I think what a lot of people don't know is out of school, actually Jake Mays is a former student of mine, Orion Odyssey. And the thing we haven't necessarily seen is the strategy, is the mind of Jake Mays. He is one of the most brilliant young men I've had the opportunity to teach. And it's going to be such a fight here for Jake Redondo as Jake Mays, through his athleticism, through his mind, tries to make it to the next round of the tournament.
Only one man can make it into our main event. It's either the inescapable Jake Mays or the man who'll be coming through the curtains in just a couple seconds, the Radiant Sun, the second generation sensation and Primal's hottest rising star, none other than Jake Redondo. Son of the legendary Jason Redondo, as we know, a man who's fought many WWF superstars, made a name for himself in Southern California, and now tonight, the offspring of that man, Jake Mays, Jake Redondo, looks to prove yet again why he is a main eventer, a mainstay here at Primal Rage.
I'm telling you, you could not ask for a better semifinal matchup here. Two of the rising stars here on Primal Pro Rage. They earned their way in. It's very important to note that neither of these people were placed in the tournament by me. They had to fight and claw their way into the tournament, and they fought and clawed their way to the semifinal, and I can't wait to see this.
And just like our opening proceedings, these men have fought each other before, not in singles action, but in triple threat action, which also involved Joey Lancaster. As we saw, Jake Redondo was able to get the win, but really be a different thing tonight. Will Jake Mays, the inescapable, be able to finally get one over Jake Redondo? We will figure it out. But let's get to our introductions for the semifinal match with Ario Amin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next match is a semi-final match for the Odyssey Cup Championship Tournament, folks. And introducing first, our referee for this contest, senior official Chad Rico.
All we love the senior official Chad Rico.
We are so lucky to have him here at Primal.
From San Diego, California, weighing in at 190 pounds, he is the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo. Come on now! And his opponent, to my left, from San Diego, California, weighing in at 180 pounds, the inescapable Jake Mays.
If you were to tell me a year ago this would be one of our semifinal matches, Orion, I would not believe you. Both men, as we know, Jake Mays making his debut, and a week later, Jake Redondo making his here at Primal Rage. And tonight, both of these young rookies looking to prove that iron sharpens iron, but only one man can make it into our main event. Collar and elbow tie up between these two. Now looking to go hold for hold.
Yeah, I think the way you would describe both of these gentlemen is exponential growth. The amount of growth that we've seen in both of these competitors over the last year is just absolutely phenomenal.
Jake Redondo looking to get out of it. Ooh, through the legs. Leapfrog right over, going to the corner. Trying to bait Jake Mays potentially. No one there for that. Oh, cross body. But Jake showing exactly how it's done to Jake Mays. Now going for a cover potentially. Both men now trading covers. Only one counts on each. Kip up from both. Oh, it's going to be a long night between these two, Orion.
Absolutely. They are so evenly matched.
Again, that aggression, that dark side of Jake Mays we have seen since he turned on Mashika. Sometimes playing into the win for this man, sometimes playing into the loss for this man as well. But Jake Redondo serving up the first heap and helping the chops of the night. And now looking to count to 10 with the audience. Count along at home. Looking for one more. There it is, double digits from the second generation sensation himself.
That is what I've warned Jake Mays about, is you got to be careful, man. Though turnabout is so quick.
Well, evasion is the name of the game when it comes to Jake Mays. Oh, black magic kick straight to the mush of Jake Redondo. Sorry, Jake Mays now going for a cover, only a 2 count. Says referee Chad Rico.
Yeah, the JCW mainstay here at also Primal Rage. You'll notice the intelligence of Jake Mays, making sure, hey, he knows things aren't going the way he wants it, so he gets out of the ring.
Oh, rake in the eyes is Jake Mays, very cerebral. Using that mat to his advantage, tugging on our ring canvas. And now, oh my goodness, knee, straight forearm to the face, and now Jake Mays going to his patented inside out. DDT, getting all of it, and now going for the cover.
Yeah, he calls that the dead end DDT because usually the end is near as soon as he hits that.
Inescapable is what he calls himself. Ice in his veins is the name of the game when it comes to a young Mays. But tonight, Jake Redondo is looking to prove, as he said before, he is the lottery ticket. You don't have to scratch to know that he is a winner. And tonight he's got to do that twice. Not only against Jake Mays, but potentially against J2 Mattioli in our main event. God, just add an insult to injury. Already welts forming on the chest of Jake Mays. But Scrappy is always fighting out of it. And now using that massive knee from the second rope to take out a young Redondo.
Oh, and what a neck breaker there by Jake Mays.
Jake Mays trying to take out the equilibrium, potentially take out the base of Jake Redondo, neutralize that high-flying moveset that he has. Not only that, but looking to neutralize, potentially, as we know, the final cut, his finisher that has been lethal, has always been able to get him a win. Nobody able to kick out of that move just yet. And now Jake Mays, looking for a handspring back elbow. God, what athleticism. Jake Mays.
Looks like he might have it, but also, even though Jake Mays is on the offense right now, those punishing chops, you'll notice he's still nursing that chest. He's trying to use the bravado to not show how hurt he is, but I'm telling you, that damage that Jake Redondo did earlier, that could be the key for his victory later on tonight.
Jake Redondo looking to be in a world of hurt right now, but I wouldn't count him out of this contest. There is still so much life left in this young rookie right now, but unfortunately he's going against the 2024 Rookie of the Year, Jake Mays. Jake Mays looks to be on fire so far in our opening contest, looking to etch his name in the main event, and how famouser from a young Mays. But Jake Redondo able to escape.
I'm telling you, Redondo he is so strong starting out, but if he doesn't rebound here quick, then Jake Mays is going to get his ticket punched to the final of the Odyssey Cup. Oh, look at this.
Just vicious, getting that nasty hold, going over, God, those legs, and now using everything to his advantage, especially the 5 count from Chad Rico. Now looking at insult to injury. Oh, and a nasty stomp, my goodness, Orion. Jake Redondo might be out cold.
He absolutely could.
No, only a 2 count. Still so much fight left in the second generation sensation.
That was such a vicious stomp. I hesitate to say where he learned that from, but I cannot believe he used it there in that match, in that situation.
Looking again for that inside out DDT. One too many times to the wheelhouse. Ooh, able to get out of dodge with that suplex as Jake Redondo, but still so much damage. He's going to be able to continue on the offense. Those punches, shades of a son of a plumber. Nasty back elbow. Drops the cover. Hey, step up Insaguri.
Can he follow this up?
He's looking for a Blue Thunder bomb, but Mays taking him to the corner. Oh my goodness, massive lariat from the young rookie Redondo.
That was such a huge escape from that Blue Thunder bomb, but there was no escaping the rage of Jake Redondo with that clothesline.
There is an explosive power when it comes to this man. Now calling for the final cut. Jake Mays having none of it. Looking for that handspring, back elbow potentially again, but Blue Thunder bomb!
What a reversal!
Wow, and Jake Mays still able to stay in these proceedings. Again, only one man can make it into our main event against J2 Mattioli. These finals of the Odyssey Cup here in our main event. Will it be the inescapable Jake Mays? Will it be the second generation sensation, Jake Redondo? Only one way to find out is to join us here at the Rage. Jake Mays able to get out of it. Potentially looking for that style splash. Oh, someone put Cam Gates away with this. This is all he wrote for Jake Redondo. No.
Oh my goodness, I cannot believe Jake Redondo was able to kick out of that. I think that's where the height of Jake Redondo comes into play. So hard to hit that style splash effectively with such a tall individual. Somehow Jake Redondo is able to kick out.
Tail of the tape in Jake Redondo's favor. But right now, it is firmly Mays in control. Will the second generation sensation be able to tap in to his second gear? Will this be yet another Mays that will be inescapable? But oh, a pump kick, a nasty pump kick. No love lost there from Jake Redondo. Oh!
What a blockbuster by Jake Redondo.
Looking for that cover. 2.5, says referee Chad Rico, senior official Chad Rico. My God, Odyssey. This match is going long for these two rookies. What more do these two have to pull out of their wheelhouse in order to make it into our main event tonight?
Well, you'll notice the learning on the fly that Jake Redondo is doing. Twice, Jake Mays has used effective moves, but when he went for it the second time, Jake Redondo had a way to reverse it.
Oh, both men looking to meet in the middle with a nasty shot. Now double clothesline there. Who's going to be able to get the better of these proceedings? Move out of the way of Jake Redondo. Looking for a mule kick with Jake Mays. Setting it up for that slingshot. Oh my goodness, suplex. And now Jake Redondo with a head of steam. Looks like the train is ready. It's chugging. And now he's looking.
Is he going to get that running knee? Is he going to be able to do it?
But no, meeting him in the middle is Jake Mays.
What a reversal. Oh my God, I thought he had it.
What more do these men have to do to make it into the main event? I can't believe that they're standing, let alone fighting with this much vitriol. Sunset flip goes Jake Mays. He's looking for a cover, but oh my goodness, a brutal super kick from Jake Redondo.
Right through the face of Jake Mays. Oh, is this the final cut?
Final cut, that's it, that's it. Count it, Chad Rico.
And we have our next finalist. Jake Redondo has won.
Advancing to the finals of the Odyssey Cup tournament, Jake Redondo.
It'll be the second generation sensation versus the playmaker in a first ever match in the finals for the Odyssey Cup. Only one man can walk out as cup holder. Only one man cements himself in history in Summer Surge main event. Who will it be? Stick with us. I have been Chase Mansfield. He's been Orion Odyssey, and we thank you so much. We will see him later in our main event for those proceedings.
Absolutely. We have an embarrassment of riches here, including some amazing announcers. I'm about to bring out the baritone of brutality. Barry Sweeney is going to be joining us for some incredible tag team matches. Again, congratulations to this man, Jake Redondo. He's going to come back in the final. And ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in a few matches again. Chase, thank you again. I will see you soon.
We thank you so much for joining us, Orion, and we thank you for tuning into Primal Pro Wrestling. Stick around for more Primal Rage action still to come your way.
Banger, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing short of a banger. We got plenty more in store for you, folks. How we feeling? Oh my goodness, you give me life. You give me life, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick things up a notch, shall we? The following match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this contest, Mr. Juan Montaño. Introducing the first.
Folks, we thank you again for tuning in on another bi-weekly episode of Primal Rage. I am one half of your commentary team tonight, Chase Mansfield. Now, joining me for these next couple matches, these proceedings, is none other than the golden man on the mic, my main man, Barry Sweeney.
Well, for all the gold at stake tonight with the Odyssey Cup, we have non-cup action, this tag team action with, and I must specify, Chase, I was cornered by these two gentlemen not too long ago. Part of the reason I wasn't here last time out. And they very specifically, on no undue terms, told me to call them the Gunners. I know there was the typo issues. There was some a faux pas, perhaps, a few weeks before. I myself might have said something along those lines. But they are Zook, Frankie Flacco, the Gunners, and nothing else.
You got it, Frankie Flacco, Zook, as we know them, the Gooners themselves coming out tonight. You know the Goons of Joey Lancaster.
And their opponents.
They're going against two of the toughest competitors, probably the two most unorthodox competitors we have here in Primal Rage. Looking for retribution is none other than the Sensei himself, the Thunder Wonder, a honorary member of the Two-Thang Clan tonight, the Rebel Storm, and
Listen to that ovation. Fans, if you're in the building, you know the Rebel Storm is too. He brings an energy like nobody else on the Primal Pro Wrestling roster, and Two-Thang so young in his career, but so poised. He's the kind of guy who recently tagged with Asterix, recently has had run-ins with Michael Hopkins, and he has been in charge, whether he has been in victory or defeat. This guy has a bright future ahead of him, and with a friend like Rebel Storm, I like their chances in this match, that's for damn sure.
Who will be walking out of this tag team contest with a win? You can only find out right here at the Rage.
Now we're speaking about the Gunners, the Gunners, Gunners, if I may specify. That they might be in some hot water as of the last Odyssey Cup match, at least with J2 Mattioli and Joey Lancaster concerned. Perhaps we might see that come to terms tonight. I'm not sure, but listen.
San Diego firmly in the corner of the Rebel Storm and Two-Thang tonight. And as you were mentioning, could we potentially see Lancaster rear his ugly head in these proceedings as we saw the Gunners? I guess I'll call him that tonight in this tag team match. Almost costing Joey Lancaster his spot in the main event in the finals of the Odyssey Cup, but now having to come out here and take on the Rebel Storm and his tag team partner tonight, Two-Thang. Very unorthodox pairing. They're looking to squeak out with the win tonight.
And on top of that, too, beautiful headlock takeover from the Rebel Storm. On top of that, too, let's take nothing away from Zook and Frankie right now. They made a mistake earlier that cost their employer, their superior, their captain a win. I think they're not just competing with a chip on their shoulder, but I think they're competing with an edge that might come out to play later tonight.
Double chop block from the Storm and Two-Thang taking all this offense to Frankie Flacco so early in these proceedings as Zook just has to watch on. But now Flacco having that one scouted, able to get out of it, now just taking some clubbing blows to Two-Thang himself. Now firmly into the corner and able to tag in Zook.
Now it may have cost Two-Thang there, but I love the confidence coming from him. He had Frankie Flacco stitched into that suplex. He was talking his game. He's a guy who's very soft-spoken, the master. He's very cerebral of the Two-Thang style. But he can grapple with the best of them. Case in point with that snap suplex.
Only a 2-count, crazy combination from the sensei of Primal himself. We have seen him get more and more confident through every proceeding, Barry Sweeney. And tonight, I think we're seeing the most confident Two-Thang we've ever seen.
It's honestly hard not to be, especially with the Thunder Wonder in your corner. 12-6 elbow, right to the elbow joint.
Little air, Rebel himself. Now getting him in fireman's carry position.
Getting some air circulation here in the Primal compound.
Round and around and around we go. Where Zook will land, only Rebel knows, but got a rake of the eyes, and thankfully Zook was able to get his balance enough to get the Frankie Flacco, who runs into a massive blow from the Rebel Storm.
And talk about unorthodox, as you said before. I think that's going to be the word of the day, certainly the word of the match, Chase. When you have Toothang, when you have the Rebel Storm, they have so much in their arsenal, as well as that confidence, and as well as that 6-man, that 12-man.
Oh, a little malfunction at the junction between the honorary Toothang clan members, and now Frankie Flacco looking to take firm hold. Oh my goodness! Oh, looking for a little handspring, but Jesus!
Right to the throat with that sliding kick, and Toothang could be in great deal of trouble right now.
Now Frankie Flacco looking to take the boots to Toothang himself, calling for the corner, now looking to make the tag to his partner.
And one thing that the Gunners have been proficient at, not just their teamwork, whether or not they're being commanded by Joey Lancaster or bossed around more aptly, but on top of that, they have a synergy of putting their opponents on an island. They keep them isolated, they keep them in their corner, much like they're doing with Toothang right now.
It's a smother approach. It might not look pretty, but it gets the job done. There's a reason they have continued to stay in the win column. Oh, looking for a double house call.
Right upside the head, grazing the temple of Toothang. That is a bad position to be in no matter who you are. And things are already looking dim for Toothang and the Rebel Storm.
Looking to continue to smother and snuff the fire of Toothang. Now Frankie just getting in the face of the Rebel Storm. But, oh, Rebel!
Thunder Wonder trying to get in there, but look at that straight choke off the ropes. You gotta be kidding me!
God, referee Juan Montano doesn't see it thanks to Frankie Flacco, but Zook now taking out the larynx of the sensei of MPW.
Absolutely disgusting, but par for the course. When it comes to this guy, clips Zook, but Frankie's still in this fight here. Gets the boots up. He's got to get out of there. He's got to get back to his corner.
Can he get to the Rebel Storm?
Oh, my God. But caught. Still on his shoulders.
Almost spiking himself, but Frankie able to use his strength to get him up and now back into the corner.
And that's the kind of risk you have to take when you're in such a dangerous position. Case in point, what do they got playing here? Off the ropes. Double enziguri kick.
My
brutal maneuver.
That was vicious. Little enziguri Euro combo.
Strong kick out from Toothang though, especially after that haphazard go for the tag there. And again, like we said, Chase, you gotta spend every risk, physical, mental, psychological, if you want to stay in a fight like this.
Oh, looking for a gooning session of their own are these gooners. And now just putting the boots to the sensei himself, Toothang.
You know, I think it's very important for me to stay while we're on live, while we're on YouTube, while we're streaming. They talked to me, clearly they didn't talk to you. So listen, it wasn't my idea for Chase to be calling them that. All the same, Gunner's in control right now. Toothang in a great deal of trouble. Once again, trying to, oh my God!
Jeez, a nasty double stomping. Now going for a cover is Frankie Flacco, and does your paper say Gunner? What's this Gunner? Where are you getting this Gunners from?
All the same, bit more of a sluggish kick out from Toothang. This time, the fact that he's fighting back to his feet speaks volumes to his tenacity. And right now, trying to let those strikes to the kidneys and a chin checker to boot.
Can he get to the Rebel Storm?
Once again, caught with a handspring.
Maybe too many times for the wheelhouse with that, but
look at this.
Potentially get out of it.
Oh!
And then inadvertently taking out his own partner.
Once again to the ribcage of Zook.
But now, almost just crawling.
Frankie Flacco trying to maintain control right now. Once again off the ropes. Handspring.
Double chop.
Makes the contact right on the chest. Knocks the wind right out of Frankie Flacco. And this could be the chance for the Thunder Wonder to break the tide and turn the tide in this match tonight.
Do you hear that noise? Do you see that lightning? It's time for the Thunder Wonder to make his presence felt as he goes against the Crown Prince, the Flying Flacco. Able to get a big boot on Zoom, and now got a Thunder headbutt to Frankie Flacco. Getting both Gooners in the corner, and it is firmly the side of Rebel Storm here in these late proceedings of the match.
Peeling him out of the corner, and he's going for that signature cross body!
Gets it all!
Double cover!
Only a 2 count out from both Frankie Flacco and Zook.
While the Rebel Storm is the freshest man in this fight, he is 1 on 2 right now, a dangerous position to be in, no matter how the Gunners are fading right now. Look at this, goes right into 2. What a knee!
My goodness, that was vicious from these two. Calling their shots, only getting a 2 count. Now continuing on with this onslaught of offense is the Gunners.
Cazadora into the splash!
Calling it Bouncing Betty, but only a 2 count from these gunmen.
And speaking of two Thang barely getting back into his corner right now. He can't even get upright. You know, the onslaught that he took from these 2 dangerous individuals speaks for itself. Looks like he's sizing up that sliced bread. No!
Nobody there except for a forearm from Thang, and now
what a slam!
Banana-rama slamma is what he calls that. Only a 2 count for the Rebel Storm. My goodness, what a match we've seen so far, Barry Sweeney. Both teams throwing everything they have to the wind, but only one man can walk out with the momentum.
And listen to that crowd, listen to that ovation. Frankie Flacco, victim to the team of Rebel Storm and Thang.
Thang making the tag, saying goodbye, Zook. And now,
wow! Right in the money!
My goodness, spinning heel kick from Thang. And now,
what a cross! Find his teeth in the parking lot, that's gotta be it! No!
The Golden Eagle Prince able to make
Golden Eagle all at the same time? Is that what he's calling himself?
That's what he told me.
I'm gonna get a PR guy or something, but right now, very bad position to be in for Thang. He can barely get back to his feet. Frankie Flacco struggling to his feet as well, but right now, the chances of Thang and the Rebel Storm looking grim, but no!
Fighting with everything he has is Thang, and the Sensei makes yet another tag to the Rebel Storm. Now, both men.
Spear! Folded him like origami, but Zook out of the way! Oh my God!
Super kick, my goodness! Knocking the teeth out of the Rebel Storm.
Ducks the roundhouse, and look at this! What's he got planned now?
DDT!
Frankie! Zook, the freshest man in the fight, but he's got to maintain some focus here if the Gunners want to come out with a victory here tonight. Rebel Storm in a great deal of trouble, and nowhere to be found is Thang.
Zook calling the shots here, telling him to get up. Potentially looking for that ZK-47 is what they call this. But no! Thang coming to the aid of his partner.
And look at this, thunderstruck, middle of the ring.
Able to get it. Going for the cover, does he have it won? And he does! The Gunners on the losing end tonight.
Excellent showing from the Rebel Storm, from Thang. Clearly no strangers to tag team matches, clearly no strangers to each other's unorthodox styles. What a go!
Call them unorthodox, call them out of the box. Tonight, we call them winners. And there you have it. Honorary Thang clan member, the Rebel Storm, gets Thang, his first ever win in Primal Rage. What a match there, Barry Sweeney.
Incredible showing, lots of grit from Thang, so young in his career, already showing such poise. And once again, back to the drawing board, a difficult time, a setback in Joey Lancaster's Revolution as I'm sorry. You know, I was gonna call you Gunners, but you're Gooners right now.
Those poor Gooners gotta go to the back, I'm sure. Joey Lancaster's gonna have a mouthful for these two. But now, from tag team action, it's time to go to singles action and the debut, Barry Sweeney.
Me and Thang gotta get the job done. We will.
Man, oh man. I got it. Pretty crazy match there, folks, but we still got plenty more in store. This is only the halfway mark. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this next match, very important, all right? We have an official debut here for Primal Rage. It may be a bit of a familiar face, so one way or another, cheers or jeers, we want to hear some noise for this next one. Your next bout is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first.
You know, first impressions is what wrestling is all about, Barry Sweeney. And tonight, looking to make first impressions is none other than the man who loves his mamacitas, Jesus Papi Garcia.
Now, this is not a man we are unfamiliar with, fans. Papi has made his presence felt in and out of the ring, now making his Primal Pro Wrestling singles debut. But let us not forget, when Primal was in its infancy, when the Skyfire boys were out of jobs, two of whom we will be seeing later tonight, this man bailed them out. This man had the money, the means, and the power to keep a guy like Robin Shaw on the roster. Now, whether or not that paid off for him, the investment clearly paid off in himself. And Papi now has to put his money where his mouth is.
You can see his shirt, it says hope. And that's what he comes in with tonight. The hope for a good victory, a hope for a good showing, and the hope to have a permanent roster spot here at Primal Rage. But against the man who we call the Maw, whether it's the master of ass whooping, Mr. Always Winning, tonight Michael Hopkins has one task: take out the debuting Jesus Papi Garcia, get firmly back in the standings of Primal Rage.
Whether it's 24K, Tiger's Blood, remains the same is Michael Hopkins' confidence. We talk about Papi's confidence. This is the guy who swims in it, who bathes in it. This is the kind of guy who is not going to be intimidated by 10, 20, 30-year vets, just like he's not going to be intimidated by upstarts making their debut, professional or otherwise. Papi is going to be fire on fire, especially when it comes to that Puerto Rican flair that he brags so much about. And listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I want to be impartial here. I am looking forward to this match. But Papi had encouraged me to get on FanDuel and put a great deal of money, bet the house on a Papi victory here tonight. That's the amount of confidence he has. I mean, he's talking about money. Listen, this is going to be life-changing for me. So all the same, I'm staying out of the proceedings here, but that's the kind of confidence he has. And on top of that, too, he's not even coming to this match 100%.
Insider trading there from Barry Sweeney, firmly in the corner, his money in the corner of Jesus Papi Garcia tonight. You can never count out the master of ass whooping, known by many monikers. Beautiful gear tonight. Looks like some new gear on the master of ass whooping. It's going to be very telling to see just where Papi stands in Primal Pro Rage after this debut tonight.
Now Papi Jesus Garcia, once again brimming with confidence. He's smiling ear to ear because he knows, or at least he feels he knows, he measures up to a guy like Michael Hopkins. He measures up to the heavy hitters of Primal Wrestling. And on top of that too, Michael Hopkins can't be outshone by a young upstart like this. He's going to be doing a hell of a lot more than I think we often see him do to make sure that Papi learns who the big dog is around this yard.
A lot of confidence brimming from Papi, almost overflowing from his cup here. He just sidesteps Michael Hopkins. A little pander to the crowd there, and now we'll potentially get back in these proceedings. Calling an elbow tie from these two, but no, Michael Hopkins now ducking out of the way. Little samba there into the corner.
It is all about the hip action.
Oh. Saying he thinks Papi's a game, maybe underestimating Jesus himself.
Listen, it is a frequent mistake in rookies and young wrestlers. They let the words, rather than the actions of their opponents, get to them before the wrestling even begins. Case in point here with this collar and elbow lockup, is fighting against the ropes, against the corners.
Both men looking to get some kind of upper hand, and now Papi just patting the chest of Michael Hopkins. Oh, you talk about hip action there. A little swivel for the mamacitas here in attendance.
Use it while you got it, I suppose. All the same here, Michael Hopkins certainly not going to take that lying down or otherwise. Right now, locking horns, pretty evenly matched right now. What are we going to see? A little bit of Tiger Blood action? Oh! We're going to see a good old-fashioned chop is what we're going to see. 5 fingers to the chest.
Hurting his own hand in those proceedings with the chops.
Hellacious. And look at this. Poppy returning the favor in kind.
Tit for tat, says Poppy himself, but oh no, might have took his eyes off Michael Hopkins for too long.
Can't take your eyes off the ball. Even if you thought you hit a walk-off, you still got to run the bases, kid.
And now, taking Poppy to the ropes is Michael Hopkins looking for an Irish whip. But oh, a little gesture there from Poppy. Don't know if we can say what he truly wants to say on commentary, but
respectfully, my guy, it is a family show. You know, we already had Shaw get into trouble with the language, but we don't need the gestures. Look at this. Oh, wants the big elbow telegraph too quick.
You know, might not have any tape on Poppy, but showing the veteran instinct from Michael Hopkins there, getting out of the way of that big elbow drop.
And what's he got planned here? Legs parted, the Red Sea is open. Uh-oh. No! Kicks him away in the nick of time, and once again slinking out of the ring.
You know, for a debuting superstar, you know, a rookie himself, he understands that even against someone like Michael Hopkins, you got to take those 10 seconds on the outside. You know, we might not like it, but this is very cerebral by Poppy. Pick your moments,
and
take your breath.
Well scouted as well. Walking Michael Hopkins back, anticipating the jump, and understanding that he's going to lay the strikes, lay the fist down onto the mob.
And we call him the master of ass whipping for a reason, and he's whipping the ass of Poppy Jesus Garcia today. What a debut for this man. Ray showing a lot of fire, but Michael Hopkins wanted to snuff that fire, telling him, you're eating a post, but no, eating one of his own is Mr. Hopkins.
And so much of this fight has already been on the outside. Truly, again, talk about veteran.
Wow! Now sending him to the back is Poppy. Kind of just taking in the spoils of these proceedings so far, been on the victorious end, but when you count on Michael Hopkins, you send him to the back.
You know, listen, man, take the victory where you can. It looks good on paper no matter what, but
emerging from the shadows with Scooter in tandem is the Ma himself.
Eats a big boot. Welcome to the big leagues, Jesus.
Size 12 boots, making a mark on the face of Poppy himself.
Oh, now he's rolling back to the ring. You probably should have done that if you threw him backstage.
Only a 2 count there from Michael Hopkins.
You know, credit where credit's due right now. I mean, Jesus certainly getting more than he bargained for right now. Michael Hopkins, nothing to trifle with, whether or not he's cocky, whether or not he's funny. He's one of those guys who can get it done down the stretch. Jesus is going to have to last and withstand and outlast the kind of guy like Michael Hopkins.
Oh, Chad Rico trying to get him away. Again, using all that 5 count. But I don't know if he saw it, but Poppy raking the eyes, and now chopping down the big man.
Reverse DDT maneuver, only 2, but especially with those eyes neutralized. Again, Jesus making it clear he's not going to spare any expense to get a victory here.
Doing his homework, scouting the veteran Michael Hopkins, showing tonight, as we were saying, is all about coming in and making a name for yourself, and Poppy's doing that tonight at the expense of the master of ass whooping, a San Diego veteran.
And one thing I've noticed about Jesus Garcia right now, one thing I've noticed about Poppy, he has not stopped talking. That might not be to his benefit, mind you, but it certainly speaks to his confidence. And especially right now, ruling the roost over Michael Hopkins. No easy feat. Beautiful senton atomico.
In his full back on that. That is showing off for the ladies.
Showing off for the ladies, the mamacitas, whatever you want to call them. He should be showing off for the cover because he could have gotten 3. Instead, he only gets 1.
Too much gloating might be the downfall of Poppy, but now just Jesus, vicious strikes to the face of Michael Hopkins.
Listen, take nothing away from Papi Jesus. He had to survive to get this far. Whether or not he was in the ring, he was minding his investments personally. He's the kind of guy who's not afraid to get his hands dirty in order to get what he wants. That's exactly what's happening here.
Like those,
come on, that's our senior official, buddy.
Like the claw marks on Michael Hopkins' gear. That's exactly what Papi is doing here tonight, clawing his way tooth and nail to get the victory. But now, almost a second wind in him is Michael Hopkins looking to try and get back in firm standings for this match right here. But no, grab the tights is Papi Garcia. Belly, the back suplex.
Underrated aspect of Papi's game that we have seen. Unexpected strength. He's clearly not as big or certainly as vascular as Michael Hopkins is, but you saw the elevation of that back suplex, that ski lift all the way up and all the way down.
I mean, tonight, even when it looks like Papi is out, he has shown us time and time again just what kind of superstar he is, getting firmly in these proceedings, and now a smack to Michael Hopkins. But I gotta ask, is it smart for Papi to get Michael Hopkins that angry with a slap like that?
In my opinion, not at all. It's showing us a hell of a lot of poise, but it's also showing us a hell of a lot of disrespect. Case in point, eating a back elbow to boot, and he starts to his feet. It is all Michael Hopkins coming out.
Oh, shake, shimmy, and roll. And he gets all of it on that fourth hit. Shot for his displeasure, and now leaping clothesline from Michael Hopkins.
Right now, Jesus in a great deal of trouble. He's been looking more to beg off than he has to return fire right now. But look at this, up under the shoulders of Michael Hopkins.
More than he can chew, and oh my goodness.
Death Valley driver leg drop combo, outstanding, and only a kick out.
I don't think I've ever seen that move from Michael Hopkins, again, an innovator of the game.
Not only that, but one of the head trainers here at the Primal Pro Wrestling Academy. He is one of these guys who has a deeper bag than you can anticipate, and I think I know what comes next. Whether it's San Juan, Puerto Rico, whether it's San Diego, California, there's about to be trouble in paradise. No!
Had it scouted, nobody home. Papi was able to get out of the way, hitting the ropes as the duck under, able to get him in a fireman's carry position, and now cutter!
TKO, the strength of Papi Jesus deep cover.
Does he have it on his debut? 2.5.
Chase, you want to know what was the deciding factor of that pinfall? It was him making faces to the camera. It was him smiling to the people, jeering at him. He has to get that sixth man off the floor. He has to get the intangible out of the ring and keep it in there. The only way he's going to come out on top is if he gets rid of this ego that is already building to a boiling point.
You talk about ego, he would talk about confidence. Swiveling the hips for the Mamacitas, but now hitting the ropes with Michael Hopkins and able to get that clothesline. Now going for the cover is the Ma. Could this be it? No, Papi still having so much fight left in his debut.
But the wind is not behind his sails. He is clearly feeling the impact of the Ma, Michael Hopkins, who is fishing him out of the corner now. Holding on for dear life.
Both men worse for wear, both men taking so much damage. What more do they have to get this win, to get firmly in the standings of Primal Rage?
Could be Tiger Driver time, but no! Oh, hard right!
Oh, and one of his own for Michael Hopkins.
Holy hell, you hear that strike?
Got some hands on him, this puppy. Not a lot of people can outstrike the Ma. Almost winding up for that in a fastball pitch.
Whether or not he's got that Tooth Clan training or not, this is the last place I'd want to be a striking competition.
Oh, swivel those hips. Smack in the face goes Papi. And now he's doing it for the Mamacitas, folks.
What's he got planned here? Off the ropes now. Oh, eats a kitchen sink knee right to the ribcage, and this could be all over but the crying, folks.
Veteran instinct from Michael Hopkins to continue on with the onslaught. Now looking potentially for a Tiger Driver. Can he get it? No. Backing him into the corner is Papi.
Drives him instead into that turnbuckle, and right now charging in a huge knee right under the money.
Very cerebral from the rookie, and now again gloating to the audience. Could that be his wrongdoing, or could it fuel him?
No, let's go for that bulldog, nothing coming. Trouble in paradise, and he got 110%. That's gotta be it.
That might have been the clubbing blow that'll end this debut for Papi. Tiger Driver.
Gets every last piece with no crumbs. Michael Hopkins, what an outing.
A big win and firm contention for the Maw himself. I gotta give the flowers to Papi Jesus Garcia. Even in a rookie, he showed some veteran instincts tonight, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that beautiful face, more of him taking the mamacitas here in Primal Rage.
Listen, I'm gonna need a heater in international waters to get out of this hole that Pop just put me in. His mouth writing checks that his body and skill could not cash.
You can't cash.
More importantly, but what an outing, what a debut here at Primal from Papi Jesus. We didn't know what his skill would be in the ring, and I think the words coming from Michael Hopkins are saying as much as I would like to. Respect is earned.
Telling him you did good, kid. I'm proud of you, but at the end of the day, this is Michael Hopkins' game, and you're just little.
Back to the drawing board, 0-1 in the rankings is Papi Jesus, but nothing to be ashamed of, my man.
Oh, hey, you're giving me flowers.
You cost me like $10,000. I was gonna put that on
That's
mortgage.
a fine, don't you worry, that'll be a fine.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is heating up. I know, we've got our final Odyssey Cup match coming up, but your semifinal has gold on the line, ladies and gentlemen, and in between two tag teams that are no stranger to each other. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get our competitors to the ring.
Chase, I am so damn excited for this match. It has been a minute since we have seen these two men here in the Primal compound.
Danny Devine, Brendan Devine, the brothers Devine making their presence felt in the Primal compound.
Once upon a time, Chase, these guys were riding the rail all the way back to Chatsworth, California, where they were based. They were the Skyfire Boys along with owner Robin Shaw. And who were the two men that cost them not only that title, not only their jobs, but the idea of Skyfire itself? Their opponents and the tag team champions, the Pumpkins.
Coming out of the shadows like a ghost from the past, these two men are looking in their Primal debut, I have to say, are looking not only to get their place back here at the Rage, but become tag team champions on their first outing. Will the Pump Line be able to vanquish the Brothers Divine yet again from Primal Rage? Or will it be the Brothers Divine becoming tag team champions by the end of the night and walking back to Chatsworth with our titles?
But as you can hear, and as you can see, and as you can hear every member of the Primal compound right now, the dynamic has most definitely shifted. The Pump Line were the learners once upon a time. Now they are the masters. Now they are the tag team champions.
Pump it louder, pump it louder. It's time to turn on the stereo, folks, because our 147-day tag team champions walk into their sixth title defense looking better than ever. They beat every Southern California tag team there is. The only men they've yet to beat is these men right here in tag team action. They have their numbers in six-man action. But will it be exact same proceedings? Those brothers be able to take the titles from the undefeated Pump Line. Let's take it down to introductions for this massive tag team title action. Chic Chic of Professional Wrestling, Ario and me.
We might not get the chance, Chase. I mean,
Ladies
look at the tension
and
right now.
gentlemen,
Cut him with a
your
knife.
semi-final match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Primal Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, to my left, the challengers from Chatsworth, California, the team of Brendan and Danny Devine. They are the Brothers
Perhaps not the reaction they were. Hold on.
Oh, come on, boys. You can't hold those titles. You haven't won them yet.
Believe me, Chase, they've been used to doing whatever they want around here for a long time, and I don't think it's going to stop now.
Villains of San Diego
And
themselves.
their opponents from San Diego, California, weighing a combined total of 350 pumps with 147 days as champs, 6 title defenses, Boa the Constrictor Silva and Antonio the Solution Rivers. They are your Primal Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Pipeline.
Talk about confidence, Chase. Before things got awfully chippy, even before the bell has rung, let's talk about what's at stake here. And then let's talk about the third guy who's creeping up on me. Hi, Gustavo Perez. To what do we owe the honor?
You know, I thought Pumpline was the best tag team, but in all reality, I forgot all about the Divines. They're the best tag team in all California.
Listen, they should be celebrated for a reason, but let's not forget why we haven't been seeing the Divines in action that much. They lost their jobs to these two men, these two champions right here, and sent them packing back up to LA, back up to Chatsworth. But right now it's going to be a feeling out process. This is a much different team than we saw last time these two tied up.
Collar and elbow tie up from these two teams, and very versed against each other. Not only have they fought each other here, but in Chatsworth many a times. All those times the Brothers Divine have had their number. When it comes to Primal, there's no team who has beat the Brothers Divine just like the Pump Line, sending them packing back to Chatsworth. But tonight, here in these opening proceedings, Brothers Divine look firmly in contention right now.
Now, Goose, now that we got you here, and I don't know if you're getting paid the commentary rate, but all the same, while we have you, right now as the speed gets picked up, you've tackled with the Pump Line many a time up and down Southern California, all around San Diego. What is your take on the current reigning champions?
They're the best, you know. I don't like them, but I recognize greatness, and these guys, in my opinion, are the best tag team, and there's many more years to come for them.
Crazy tandem offense from these two, but now the Pump Line looking to pump it up with the signature Pump Line elbow drop.
Crazy tag team action and a crazy showing of humility from Gustavo Perez, calling me surprised. All the same here, the Divine's still in this fight, and knowing them, this is not going to be a game decided in the first quarter. It's going to take a very long haul in order for this to be decided, and the champions clearly have the advantage right now.
Brendan able to sidestep out of the way, now eating a right foot. Oh, Antonio Rivers, but might have just took off his head with that vicious clothesline.
And the Divines exerting their control very quickly, very efficiently, have obviously not lost a step just because they haven't been competing in San Diego. Certainly doesn't mean they haven't competed at all. Goodness. Now, flurry of tag team offense.
Big senton from brother Danny. And now Danny going for the cover. Brendan almost on a tantrum. Not able to get that 3 count here.
Listen, let's not forget the last time they were here, this was Skyfire. The last time they were here, they had all the favors that they could have pulled with the owner, Robin Shaw. Now, they are just another face in the crowd when it comes to the roster here at Primal Pro Wrestling. No wonder, it's an away game for them now. God!
Chop after chop, clothesline after clothesline, but Antonio Rivers not going to be bullied by the Brothers Divine, but now getting an eye rake for his displeasure.
Certainly not. It took a year and a half for Antonio to regain not only his honor, but the respect of these two guys, these two vets in this business, and it's going to be taking a long time to retain those titles, especially with the flurry of offense the Divines have laid down.
Looking at these proceedings so far, Goose, I got to ask you, who is your money on to win these tag team titles by the end of this match?
I hate the Pump Line, but I'll admit, they are the best, so I go for the Pump Line on this one.
Just aggression out of aggression from Antonio Rivers, doing everything he can to get the Pump Line back in firm standings, but now eating a spine buster from Danny.
And check the elevation on that, driving all those vertebrae right down to the mat. Devastating maneuver.
This match is going to go long, folks. It's going to take second gear. It's going to take third gear. When it comes to the Brothers Divine, you truly cannot count this match out until it is the end until they get those 3 count on the mat.
Hey, the bump line want to claim they're the best, but this is their test to see who is the greatest tag team of San Diego, not just San Diego, but in all California.
I mean, the Divine's pedigree speaks for itself, and as we said before, they are working with an aggression that they have been sitting on ever since they got fired from Skyfire Pro. Ever since Skyfire Pro ceased to be and Primal emerged from the ashes. It's one of those things that these guys, Boa and Antonio, have become men with those championships, and now this is a fight that is far more even than I think the Divines anticipated.
Very even in these early proceedings, but so far Antonio Rivers has gotten the blunt of this aggression, of this offense from the Brothers Divine. He's got to make a cover. He's got to make a tag to his partner Boa. Now doing his best to fight as much as he can. Sunset flip to Danny.
Look at this!
Wow, my goodness!
Roll
Head scissors.
sunset, now it is the Constrictor Boa Silva! Beautiful enziguri!
Looking at the ropes is Boa Silva. In the head scissors of his own to Danny Divine.
Check the vertical on the Rana, and he's not done yet, folks!
A Constrictor looking to squeeze the life out of Danny Divine. Getting those double knees up. Another step up enziguri. Throwing to the outside. Looking to pump it up with the audience.
Off the ropes, no, nothing going with the double knees.
Usually goes for that code breaker. Was not able to get it instead.
Double super kick!
Super kick party from the Brothers Divine.
Bang, bang! Both barrels emptied. Boa Silva somehow still in this fight. Speaks to the tenacity of the champions, but also speaks to how much they have changed. That might have put out a pump line once upon a time 2 years ago. Not these same guys.
Oh, I'll admit, the pump line is being manhandled.
I mean, the size of the Divines right now, they clearly have the tail of the tape in their favor. The reach, the size, the strength, it's all Brendan Divine, it's all Danny Divine. But the tenacity, that intangibility of the pump line has once again spoken to itself. But right now, I think Danny and Brendan have their target in his Boa Silva's leg.
And the pump line undefeated 147 days as champs, making the offer to the Brothers Divine to come down and tackle them for these tag team championships. It might bit off more than they can chew, as this has been the Brothers Divine's game since the beginning.
And I think it's going to be that ego, that veteran entitlement that we see so much in professional wrestling that might come to beg the Brothers Divine in the rear end, especially with that. You're hanging out in the ring, not trying to help your brother, not trying to help your partner make the tag. You're trying to just get right in the face of your opponent. I mean, it's the kind of things like that.
Oh my goodness, going after the ligaments. Snapping the fingers was Danny Divine, classic Brother Divine there. Oh, and now with the backbreaker. And a 2 count on that cover.
But clearly sluggish coming from Boa Silva. I mean, the fact that he's still in this fight speaks volumes. It's not just to be targeted in any particular area, but the minutia that the Divines were willing to make you suffer. Stomping on the legs, even twisting the fingers and the wrists of Boa Silva.
And that is how you take down a technician.
You're right on the money, Goose. I mean, listen, your observation correct being Boa Silva, one of the most dangerous submission wrestlers here in the Primal compound, if not the most dangerous. To neutralize those limbs will go a very, very long way to making this fight in favor of the Divines.
Tail of the tape is not on the pump line side, and we are seeing that on full display tonight. These two peacocks are just fluffing their feathers, making it known that Primal Rage could be the Divines' household now.
Listen, all the same, let's talk about the implications here. Let's talk about, whoa, look at this!
No, going for a roll-up is Boa Silva.
Nearly 3, oh, right across the neck.
Just looking to take out the larynx of Boa with that very brutal clothesline. Maybe not getting all of it, but he got most of it.
Doesn't even matter, especially when it comes to the carotid. Can't breathe, can't fight, simple as that.
God, it's just bullying at this point. That's what we're seeing.
But Goose, I wanted your take on this too. Let's talk about the implications here. Let's say the Brothers Divine come away with the Primal Tag Team Championship. They have said that they're not interested in coming back to San Diego. They only want their championship gold, and they might head all the way back up to Chatsworth and hold it hostage. Are we going to even have tag champions after this?
Oh! Honestly, this is where the pump line. They want to think that they're heroes. They want to think that they're the people's champions. Well, this is where they prove that they are the heroes.
Listen, heroes to this crowd, everyone pumping up, whether CJ Tino, their mentor, is here or not. It is the old Skyfire boys once upon a time, rehashing old beef with the pump line, off the ropes once again.
No, able to get out of it, the constrictor, using Danny as cover for that step up enziguri. Nobody there for that back suplex, and now able to get the Tilt-Up World DDT.
Spiked him right in the ball spot.
Now he's got to get to Antonio Rivers. But Brendan Devine again, the veteran, the crafty veteran right there. Get a DDT of his own.
Stacking up the Brothers Divine, double DDTs. Antonio Rivers chomping at the bit to get back in this fight.
The solution is what he is looking to be for this big problem that the pump line is in. Can he get in for his team to keep that 147-day reign going?
The solution is in the ring. It is the problem of the Brothers Divine.
Clothesline, European uppercut, now looking for a shotgun dropkick to Danny Devine. Now using Brendan as a battering ram and a kick straight to Danny.
It's that tandem offense that these two are just as capable to do by themselves. Beautiful European uppercut across the ring.
And a basement Euro to Danny. Antonio Rivers is firing on all cylinders. But Brendan able to keep the Brothers Divine still in tag team contention.
The fact that the Divines are still in this fight, the fact that they are still standing speaks volumes to how their experience as a tag team is benefiting them right now.
We've seen a lot out of the pump line, but I gotta ask you, Goose, when it comes to the pump line, what is the difference maker that they have that the Brothers Divine don't?
They have heart. They have passion. But I'm not saying the Divines don't have passion, but the pump line, they have a heart, and they will do anything that it takes to win.
Case in point, devastating maneuver off that shoulder brain buster. Still nothing going for the Divines.
Now, these two teams have to reach deep down in their wheelhouse to be able to pull off some sort of tag team offense to be able to get these tag team championships. And this is our semi-main event, Brothers Divine versus the Pump Line, Primal Pro Tag Team Champions.
And they put away countless opponents with this maneuver, but no, nothing going, still fighting Antonio Rivers. Like we said, Goose, we talked about the heart, we talked about the grit. That may be the decision maker here tonight.
We've seen this tandem offense from the Pump Line before. Double knees into the kick. Could he be getting sliced bread? Number two.
Goose, we heard it from you first. You cited it before. You were the eyes on the prize here. You said turn around, help your partner out. You could have gotten the 3 count right there, but this match continues.
Big head kick, potentially looking for the double stomp was Boa. Oh! But no, we know super kick is Antonio Rivers. Uh-oh.
Pedigree and coming down.
He's got in the middle. Oh, no. He got away.
Nick of time going for that off the top rope.
Double stomp!
Right to the neck, that's gotta be it!
No, the Brothers Divine keep this tag team title match going.
Nick of time. Meanwhile, Antonio throwing Jay Divine out of the ring, back into the Pump Line country.
And Goose, you know, when it comes to the end, when it comes to the finish, the Pump Line are as lethal as ever.
This could be all over, but the crying, no!
Was able to stop that springboard, and now, my goodness, just throwing Boa into the ring steps. Oh, that's it. Cutter! This could be it.
It's over.
No. 3. Oh, my goodness.
Goose, Juice, you have a feel for the game like neither of us do. You are a tag team expert, and as we see the walls come down around the Brothers Divine, you thought that was it for the pump line. Your thoughts?
That right there, Antonio River looks hurt. It looks like he got a concussion. Look at him, he's out. He's out of it. It should have been over.
That super kick cutter combo, you're just getting dropped right in your head. No true business about it. Doesn't have to be pretty to get results.
Pretty is not the name of the game when it comes to the Brothers Divine. Now the pump line almost fighting on the back foot. Not most of the time we will see them as the underdogs, but in this match, they are firmly the underdogs against these veterans like the Brothers Divine.
And the fight and grit in Antonio Rivers is throwing bombs at both Brothers Divine.
So much heart in this kid we are seeing.
This could be it. This could be over. Noah Silver fighting back to the combo. Saving his partner.
He will stop the momentum. Back elbow to both the Brothers Divine. Oh, looking to help Rivers. Tandem step up and Saguri from the tag champs.
NZ in stereo. It is pump line country once again.
Now, both teams jockeying for position so deep in this tag match. Oh, Bubba Silva eating a super kick. Danny eating a European uppercut, and now, malfunction at the junction between the Brothers Divine.
This is over.
But no, well scouted. Reverses the back suplex.
This could be the pump line's time. Calling for Danny is Boa now. Code breaker.
Right in those signature knees.
You know what's next?
Cross. Rivers right on top of his head.
It's the only shot. 1, 2, 3, it's over, referee. No!
Brendan Divine stopping the count, and now just manhandling Juan Montano.
Using that reach and strength to just wrench the referee. Look at that. No one home.
He's going to the outside, but eating the turnbuckle. Face full of posts, and now Brendan throwing the referee back into the ring.
The ref didn't see the low blow.
That could be it, folks. Is this the end of the pump line?
Are you kidding me?
No! Barry Sweeney, it can't be.
Your winners.
I'm speechless. I'm beyond speechless. As they take the titles away from the commentating station, there are two very different men leaving with them. The Brothers Divine have beaten the pump line.
Barry Sweeney, this might be the last time we see those Primal Tag Team Championships, because these villains of San Diego are now your title holders.
I mean, Gustavo, you and Javi Baja are an incredible ranked tag team in your own right. Say what you will about the attitude, but all the same, you're not even done yet. I mean, this changes up so many things. This resets the ranking, just so many implications.
Turn off this music.
This changes everything, Barry.
We told you! We're the best tag team on this planet!
True.
And now we're taking your Primal Pro Tag Team titles, and we're going the hell back to LA, and we're never coming back.
Come on.
You gotta be kidding me. Come on, like
Now you can play it again.
listen, I mean, you know, General Manager Orion Odyssey has an obligation here to wrest those titles if they're not willing to defend them, much less come back to San Diego. I mean, listen, we've had a relationship with Millennium Pro Wrestling. I don't know what this means for that, but all the same, our tag titles being held hostage by these two miscreants. How will we be to win this? How about I come with a low blow, huh?
I'll never see you guys again.
Cheating to win 147 days down the drain, and now the undefeated Pump Line tuck their tail in between their legs as the Brothers Divine are now your tag team champions.
How will the Pump Line react to this?
Ladies and gentlemen. So many $7 words I'm using right now, but I am truly shocked. Oh my goodness, I have no clue how Primal Rage in the next 2 weeks are going to turn out. But ladies and gentlemen, things have changed.
Very much changed.
Now, ladies and gentlemen,
We even have a
that
tag
was a
team
pretty
division.
monumental match there. But we've still got our main event. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for wrestling!
about the semi-main match, leaving us speechless, leaving a guy like Gustavo Perez speechless. But this is what it's all about. The Odyssey Cup coming to a head tonight in our main event.
Months of proceedings for this very moment. J2 Mattioli, Jake Redondo. Only one man can walk out as the cup holder into your main event of Summer Surge.
What a day. It's already been historic. We've seen the debut of a new superstar. We've seen new tag team champions. And now we're going to have the final of the Odyssey Cup. One of the big things that are important to me and everyone here is the traditions of professional wrestling. So for international competitions, for tournaments like this, there's always a moment of photo at the very beginning with the two competitors. So Ario, could you please bring the competitors to the ring?
Absolutely, sir. Let's get those competitors to the ring.
Now, Chase, we talk about the tail of the tape all the time. We talk about the intangibles all the time. But for my money, two of the best wrestlers that San Diego, California has ever produced in the ring in our main event tonight.
We saw the landscape of the tag team division change, and tonight, the singles division changes, as this might be the biggest match in Primal Pro Rage history. Only one man can walk out as the first ever holder of the Odyssey Cup Championship, and that is potentially your second generation sensation, the man who, from my eyes, is at the hottest 2025 here at the Rage, Jake Redondo.
A breakout star is undercutting it, my man. And not only that, tag team partner and his own father. Standing in the back right now, Jason Redondo, the Radiant One, and the Radiant Son in the finals of the Odyssey Cup. A lot on the line here, but I know this is going to be one hell of a banger.
Just like tonight, we've seen banger after banger after banger, and this proceeding will be no different. But now, making his way to the ring is none other than the other half of your main event, the Playmaker, Mr. San Diego, Mr. Iron Man. You can call him whatever you want, but tonight, you might have to call him the first ever Odyssey Cup winner, as J2 Mattioli looks to not only win the cup, but walk into Summer Surge for his three-peat match against Jeremiah Fresh for that Primal Pro Heavyweight Championship. Can the Playmaker do it, or will it be the Radiant Son, whose star is just too bright tonight? J2 Mattioli.
Let's look at this match. Moreover, let's look at earlier tonight. Neither of these men are coming in fresh. Neither of these men are coming in 110% prepared. They couldn't have anticipated who might have won those semifinal matches to get into this final spot in the first place. And these two, for your money, like I said, the best in San Diego, they are going to empty the clips of one another before the bell even rings. And it might be psychological, it might be something else, but these two, I can't give either of one the edge.
It's hard to pick who could potentially win this match. But now, folks, it's Odyssey Cup action. Only one man will walk out, getting their name etched on that cup for the first time. So let's send it out introductions with the chic of professional wrestling, a friend to me and a friend to you, Mr. Ario
Alhamdulillah. History in the making. J2 Mattioli, Jake Redondo, the Odyssey Cup final, the first ever. History will be made tonight.
Who will walk into the main event of Summer Surge against none. We talk about our forever champion. Well, folks, wanted to make his proceedings known, unannounced as always, is none other than the man who he calls himself the only heartless king, Jeremiah Fresh.
Don't you have better things to do with your time?
What are you doing out here, Jeremiah?
You know, you're a champion. You know, you should be getting arrested.
What I want, baby. Shut your mouth.
Walk into that one.
What you talking
Yes, I did. They do pay me to talk.
Hey, cut that music!
Pay a ticket, pal.
15 bucks.
You are not going to ruin this for me. You're not going to ruin this. I'm so proud of you.
Now you want to see me, don't you? You want to see me?
I don't think anyone wants to see Jeremiah Fresh.
Tell you what. You are the heavyweight champion.
That's right.
I will let you be in commentary, but you are not interfering.
That's a smart idea.
And you are sitting right next to me.
Oh.
And I'm not taking anything from you, Jeremiah Fresh.
All right, I guess
Well,
so.
it was a pleasure to have you at the desk, Barry Sweeney, but it looks like Commissioner Ryan Odyssey.
One of you two.
All right. You know, as much as the pleasure it was to commentate with you, it's even more of a pleasure to not sit next to Jeremiah Fresh. So, good luck, pal. Bye, guys.
Thank you again to Commissioner Ryan Odyssey for the law and order that we need here for Primal Rage.
It'll be a long night
Now,
for me,
ladies and
folks.
gentlemen, without further ado, your main event is the final match of the Odyssey Cup tournament scheduled for one fall. Your referee for this contest, senior official
Where is this guy, Odyssey?
Looks like you're at timeout on the desk there, Jeremiah.
Introducing first
Timeout.
to my right, from San Diego, California, weighing at 190 pounds, he is the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo. And his opponent, to my left, from San Diego, California, he is the playmaker, J2 Nally.
History in the making for our main event proceedings, but I gotta turn it to the man who's at our commentary desk. Jeremiah, you have faced both these men twice. Both these men looking for a three-peat in the main event of Summer Surge. Who do you, give your money to for this main event proceedings to see who will walk into the main event to face for that title, that heavyweight title that you hold, the Forever Champ?
Well, I will say, Mr. Odyssey, I was kind of down on this Odyssey Cup you got, but now I'm just thinking you set it up real easy for me. It doesn't matter who I go against. I've already beat him once, and I can do it again. So I don't really care who wins tonight.
Well, I hate to break it to you, Jeremiah, but nothing stays fresh forever. And one of these two men are going to face you at Summer Surge, and both are worthy opponents.
Hold for hold in the opening proceedings between Jake Redondo and J2 Mattioli, now down with a headlock takeover is the Radiant Sun, Jake Redondo.
You see, that's just... J2's not that smart to get taken down by a move like that. Come on.
Now firmly on the steps of this opening contest, looking for another headlock takeover is Jake Redondo. But now, getting his head trapped by J2 Mattioli is the Radiant Sun. Both men so evenly matched here in these opening proceedings.
Yeah, you got to look at the high IQ of Jake Redondo, grabbing a headlock early, trying to wear down J2 Mattioli. Both of these men have taken on matches that would knock out most guys for the rest of the night. But here they are competing for that final spot, for that final victory of being able to say they're the first Odyssey Cup champion.
And I just want to say thank you for giving me the chance to watch some tape study up close and personal.
You are an incredible champion. You are our first and only champion, Jeremiah, and I'm telling you, these two are going to put on the clinic of professional wrestling right now.
I mean, it's not going to be as good as the Jeremiah Fresh match, but I mean, it's something.
Oh, J2 Mattioli with a slap to the back of the head, letting him know he is not the underdog in this main event contest against Jake Redondo. He might have had the, foot forward in the opening proceedings, but tonight it is the playmaker's game. I got to ask you, for someone, who brought you into the Heartless Kings, who you then kicked out of the Heartless Kings, how do you still feel about J2 Mattioli this far in your career?
I mean, this is just a hypocrisy. I do a slap in the back of the head. I'm the biggest bad guy alive. J2 does it, everyone cheers him. He's a hypocrite, that's why I left him back then, and that's why he won't ever be a champion again here in San Diego.
J2 using his big frame, as we know, tail of the tape on the playmaker side, and we're seeing him on full display tonight, just tying up Jake in ways his body's never moved before.
Yeah, you can see the intelligence here of J2 Mattioli. Jake Mays earlier tied up those feet to a devastating stomp, and he was trying to take advantage of it.
Jake Redondo having that one scouted, now taking the arm back into a headlock. We gotta ask, the playmaker always having the plays when it comes to these main event title proceedings. We have seen him win the main event time and time again. What does the young rookie Jake Redondo, and I'll swing this to Jeremiah fresh, what does Jake Redondo have to do to beat the playmaker tonight?
We see Jake Redondo, he's very perseverant, but he's has to watch out for J2 Mattioli's cheating. He will do that. So if he can counter that, he might have a chance in this. J2, he will stoop lower than what you guys think.
Jake Redondo letting him know you are not better than me, J2 Mattioli. This is his time, cashing in his check in the main event.
All right, he got some balls. I see him.
Also got to ask Jeremiah, how do you feel about Jason Redondo, Jake's dad, being in the back for this Orion Odyssey Finals tonight?
I'm just glad he's sitting in the back where he belongs. Don't ever try and get in this ring again, man.
Now going for the covers is J2. Looking to bridge up is Jake Redondo, but again, so much weight. Oh, was able to get it, but now full weight down from J2 Mattioli, but wow, the strength! Able to pop up for a second, able to pop up yet again for another second, and J2 Mattioli realizing he's not going to be able to get the cover this early in the proceedings of this main event.
Yeah, J2 Mattioli has an extensive amateur wrestling background, and he knows how to use his big frame to wear on Jake Redondo here. If he can use that to his advantage, then Jake may have to run out of gas, and J2 would be the winner.
A roll up from Jake Redondo, only getting a 2 count. Look another for a backslide. J2 there. Another cover from Jake Redondo, looking to end this one early. Go home with a bang. Potentially looking for final cut. J2 backing him into the corner.
You know, Odyssey, J2, he is a big guy, but don't forget, I got the biggest of big guys behind me. Tariq Tarvos, he's somewhere lurking, don't forget.
Didn't J2 beat Tariq Tarvos 2 weeks ago?
We're just not going to act like that. You even just said that right now. It was clearly an off day for Tarvos. Me and him, we talked about that. He's coming back better than ever next time.
Well, let's hope there's a next time for Tariq Tarvos, but look at that, a show.
Look at this. I told you.
Almost looking to take the upper hand with J2 Mattioli, looking for a sign of respect, but again, they are still in the middle of a match.
Can't trust this guy, I'm telling you, can't trust him.
Now looking to leapfrog, drop down. Oh my goodness, big drop kick from the Radiant Sun, looking bright as ever tonight. And again, there's a reason you have these two in the finals of the Orion Odyssey Cup, and I gotta ask you, Odyssey, you scouted these two men. Who do you think has the upper hand coming into this main event? Both already having matches, as we already know, at the opening of tonight.
Well, if you go just by historical record, you have to go with J2 Mattioli. He is the Iron Man. He has gears that other wrestlers just don't. And as long as this match goes, it actually favors J2 Mattioli. On the other hand, Jake Redondo has been so inventive this entire tournament. Is he going to be able to come up with something like that?
Oh, a leg drop, just taking out the larynx in the back of the head of J2 Mattioli.
I got to stop you, Mr. Odyssey. J2 was the Iron Man, was Mr. San Diego. Now I am Mr. San Diego. Everything he's done, I do it better.
Potentially looking for a PS2, wanting to end this one early, and he's already got it. Could this be it? No, the young rookie says, I'm still in the game.
Yeah, but look at how he's favoring that back. That is such a devastating move to have to go through. That spin over and over and over again, you lose your equilibrium, and then boom, right on the mat with your wind knocked out of you.
2 matches in one night. Not that smart if you want to beat the Forever Champ. I might just got a big target I might have just saw.
Now, J2 Mattioli, I think, sees the target as well, trying to take out the upper body of Jake Redondo. You take out the upper body, you stop him from being able to hook that final cut, be able to hit those big offensive moves. And now, J2 Mattioli Looking for a little bit of snake eyes there. Oh, God, it is chopping down the radiant sun. Ooh. Big words from our forever champ back here. But only a 2 count from Jake Redondo.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to hit that final cut. You'll notice that Jake has gone for the final cut twice. And you notice in both cases, he wasn't able to get J2 down enough for him to put his own weight on top. If J2 is able to bruise that chest to make it more difficult for Jake to get in the right position, he's not going to be able to hit that final cut and get the win.
Jeremiah, from someone who's been hit with that final cut before, how devastating is Jake Redondo's finishing move?
I mean, it will put out a chump like J2 Mattioli, believe that. But me, you're going to need a little bit more in the tank if you want to take out the forever champ. Everybody has given me their best shot. And Chase, I took it, and I got right back up.
There's a reason he's walking into his 12th title defense at Summer Surge. We call him the forever champ for a reason. Anyone you put in front of him, he has beaten, especially these 2 men, twice. But both of these men are looking for their 3rd match. Not only does the winner get their shot and become the first ever Odyssey Cup holder, but they get Jeremiah Fresh in the main event at Summer Surge for their 3rd heavyweight title opportunity. Jake Redondo had that one scouted, now hitting the ropes. My goodness, dive to the outside, taking out the playmaker.
What an incredible exchange, that tit for tat, the mind games back and forth, and Jake Redondo was able to come out on top.
J2 might be underestimating his 2nd generation sensation, and we are seeing Jake Redondo on another level tonight.
Oh yeah, but that dive took something out of Jake Redondo. It is no small feat to get that big of a frame over the top rope onto your opponent.
Oh, big crossbody from the top rope. Only a 2 count there.
Mr. Odyssey, I just want to ask you, how many rematches can one person get? I mean, both of these 2. It's getting ridiculous.
Well, if I remember, you have kept the championship, but you have not won every match against both these competitors. In fact, I remember Jake Redondo actually has a win against you, albeit by disqualification.
That is right, Jake Redondo, the only man to have a win over Jeremiah Fresh. But by DQ, we do have to point out.
I just wanted to go home early that night. I'm just being honest.
Well, that's okay. One more match versus either of those guys, and you might go home for good. These guys are that good at professional wrestling, and they could become the next champion.
You watch your mouth.
You know, Jake Redondo has gotten the closest to anyone to beating you, Jeremiah Fresh. I got to ask you, if he wins tonight, if he becomes the inaugural cup holder, he gets that shot in the main event, who's to say he won't finally get that 3 count on you?
I think you both are forgetting I have a big insurance policy by my side.
As we know, Jeremiah Fresh, Tariq Tarvo's probably the biggest man at Primal Rage, but that chop right there from Jake Redondo. J2 just asking for more, eating that chop for breakfast, but now a little pump knee right there.
I will say this, Jake Redondo that I'm seeing, something's different about him. It's not really going to matter at the end of the day, but it does look like he's got a little bit more in the tank.
Surprised you're getting props to either of these 2 competitors, Fresh.
Hey, I'm respectful. I just know the truth, and the truth is I'm the best Primal has to offer.
J2 had that one scouted, going for a face buster right there. Now going for the cover. But still, there is fight left in Jake Redondo, but not the biggest kick out as we saw Odyssey. How much more does Jake Redondo have in his gas tank?
You know, it's so hard to see from here. You can see the dazed look in his eye right now. You can see the pain etched all over his face. You know, to be brought up all the way 6 feet down, straight onto the face, that'll scramble anyone's head for a little bit. And look at J2 measuring for the kill.
Only one man can be the first ever cup holder. Only one man can make it into the main event of Summer Surge against the forever champ. And J2 Mattioli and Jake Redondo look to do just that in your main event of Primal Rage tonight, but only a 2 count from J2 Mattioli.
And you can tell by J2's expression, he's found that extra gear. I am telling you, most guys, they have 3, 4 gears. I am telling you, J2 Mattioli has gone through 60-minute matches before. Once you've done that, you are forever changed, and you've got those gears that you can find when you need it.
when he had those gears way back in the day, who was by his side? Me. As soon as I left him, he's been a shell of his former self.
Well, shell or not, J2 Mattioli is looking incredibly impressive tonight, as is Jake Redondo. And look at J2. I feel like he needs to get back on top of Jake Redondo. I mean, he's in control, but for how long? If you give Jake, someone as young and has as much energy as Jake, enough time to fill up that tank, he's going to come back and bite you.
You know, we're seeing a different side of J2, I have to point out.
It's not a different side.
Gloating at
it's always been inside of him. Stop it.
Gloating at the crowd, taking his opportunity for cover, using...
Oh, no, look at this, look at this.
But, oh, my God, had him trapped. Able to get that pump kick, my goodness.
I have never seen that from Jake Redondo. Oh, is this a Russian leg sweep?
Potentially looking for a Russian leg sweep at the top. The veteran J2 Mattioli saying, I'm good, I'm not taking that move. But Jake had the superplex! And he got all of that. J2 bouncing off the canvas. Can Jake Redondo make the cover? Already so much damage taken to that young rookie.
This might be the opening that Jake Redondo needs. That superplex that high up into the center of the ring. You can see J2 Mattioli doesn't know where he's at. But you know, this is the moment. Can he take the crowd? Can he draw energy?
Awesome. Relax.
Choice words from our forever champion on this match.
I'm fresh. Who needs us? Huh?
Yeah, I'm sitting next to you. I don't know how fresh you are right now, actually.
Oh, jokes, okay. We'll just see. Jake Redondo, he wasn't even able to take advantage of that superplex. Hurt himself just as much as he hurt J2. So smart of him, isn't it?
Both men just breathing from their mouths, gasping for air, going slug for slug. They understand this is the biggest match in Primal Rage history. Only one man walks out as the first ever Odyssey Cup holder. Only one man walks in to the main event of Summer Surge. My God, you gotta ask, how much do these two men have? How much is left in the gas tank? What move can they bring out to win this match? But just a massive slap from Jake Redondo. But not a man I'd ever want to get into a striking match with. Taking Jake off his feet, and now a step up flurry from Jake. Both men out of our main event.
What incredible strikes, back and forth. I've never seen Jake Redondo hit strikes as well as he is tonight. Oh man, these guys have got to get up though. They are both completely out on the canvas right now.
They're both exhausted. What's to stop me from just taking this Odyssey Cup right now? I'm just saying.
Odyssey, any words for that?
I am choosing them very carefully, and we'll be talking to our legal team about something later on.
Both men looking to make it up before the 10 count. Only one man can get on their feet, can get firm contention. Folks, there's got to be moments left, seconds left in these matches. Only one man will walk out of the main event tonight into our main event of Summer Surge. And they're giving it their all. Almost out on their feet are both of these men. Big back elbow from Jake Redondo. Big forearm from J2. Having one of his own is Jake Redondo hitting the ropes yet again. Oh, massive knee. I don't think we've ever seen that from J2. Pump knee goes Redondo. Both men having each other so
Since when can J2 jump that high?
Big hops from J2, Jeremiah Fresh. Now, playmaker elbow. This might be it, going for PS2 potentially. Jake having that one scouted. Nope, in the ropes. Super kick!
Absolutely caught J2 as he's going for that playmaker knee. And Jake is feeling it. Is this going to be it? Is he going to be the champion?
Calling for the final cut.
Odyssey Cup.
Nobody's ever kicked out of this move.
No way.
This one's it.
No way.
Jake Redondo is your winner of tonight's
For the first time ever.
Wow. 2.99. And if you're Jake Redondo, that's your show closer.
even I'm a little impressed, I gotta admit. I'll give it up where respect is due.
What does Jake Redondo, what does J2 Mattioli have to do? Not only to win this Odyssey Cup, but make it into the main event. What a main event match we are watching tonight.
He absolutely nailed that final cup. And you can take a look, you can see the wheels turning.
You don't usually see Jake Redondo go high risk, potentially high reward if he's able to hit this, looking for a swanton bomb, but J2 Mattioli getting the knees up. Now he's calling for it. Playmaker lariat, and he might have just cut the head off of the proverbial snake that is Jake Redondo. Jeremiah Fresh, you might be seeing your title contender here, but no! You're able to transition into the final cut. Is that it? It is the biggest win of this rookie's career in their first ever Odyssey Cup over Jake Redondo.
What a match by Jake Redondo, so well deserved.
Odyssey Cup tournament winner, #1 contender.
J2 Mattioli went to the well 1, 2, 3 times. He had the match won, but his hubris.
Fresh. Now, it's Jake Redondo who will walk into the main event of Summer Surge against you, forever champion for that Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. His third shot at that title, and the only man to have a victory over you. Granted by DQ, but still, a win is a win.
I will say he's looking a little different. Doesn't matter. I'm still the longest reigning champ.
He ain't the rookie on the block anymore, no. Tonight he's the second generation sensation, and doing it in front of the Radiant One is the Radiant Son, Jake Redondo, his own man. Tell me, first ever Odyssey Cup winner, but J2 pulling him off of Orion Odyssey.
Watch the cheap shot. Watch the cheap shot.
Oh, Jake Redondo. But look at a sign of respect.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
J2 Mattioli.
It's coming right now, Chase. I'm telling you.
I don't know if you're right, Jeremiah Fresh. Looks like just a sign of respect, a little passing of the guard.
He's probably too scared.
It won't be J2 you're facing. It'll be Jake Redondo.
I mean, really, what's a trophy to a championship, though? Honestly, right?
Maybe soon. Maybe soon. When I first came to Primal, I've said it again, no one knew who I was. I was just some guy. I've clawed my way to the top, and I lost.
That's right.
I lost all my confidence, and I came back, and now here I am again.
Third time, Fresh.
Congrats, I guess.
And now, my name is the first name to go on this Odyssey Cup, and I'm pumped!
Look at him, he cares about this trophy.
As he should. Got him a #1 contendership against you.
Now that I've accomplished this, I got one thing left to do.
Beat this chump's ass.
July 20th, I'm coming for that title, Fresh.
You want this?
Yeah, I want it. I want it. He's coming to the ring. Let's see what coward stuff he's got this time.
He still stinks.
Come in here and face me like a man.
Big words from the Radiant Son.
Yeah, bring your guy in here too.
No, come on. Of course, where Jeremiah Fresh goes, so does Tariq Tarvo. Almost like a two-headed hydra. You cut the head off one, the other shows up.
Hey, keep smiling. Listen to me. Winning that title is going to be so sweet, but beating you is going to be even better.
Beat me?
And if your boy Tarvos gets involved, I'll whoop your ass too. You want to do this now? I'll do it right now.
Oh. Big words from Jake Redondo. There's a fire burning bright in this man.
Run like you always do. Your reign of terror has a few more weeks left. Because it's my time now. Because my name is Jake Redondo. Real name, no gimmicks. And I'm the lottery ticket you don't have to scratch to know that I'm a damn winner.
July 20th, it'll be Jake Redondo versus Jeremiah Fresh in the main event of Summer Surge for the Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion.
There he is, the first winner of the Odyssey Cup, challenging for the Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion July 20th at Summer Surge. That is Jake Redondo!
Your first ever Odyssey Cup holder, none other than the second generation sensation himself. We thank you again for tuning in for The Rage. We have been the Primal Compound, 2050 Wilson Avenue. I have been Chase Mansfield. He has been Barry Sweeney. He has been Orion Odyssey, Goosh and Jeremiah Fresh. And we thank you. We implore you to join The Rage. And we will see you in 2 weeks for another episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up again for our inaugural winner of the Odyssey Cup. What a phenomenal day it's been. Thank you all so much once again for attending another exciting episode of Primal Rage. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much again. Please remember, you are part of an amazing community. No matter what goes on out in the world, no matter if you feel like everything around you might feel like a lie, please remember, one thing's for sure. Pro wrestling's real, baby. Absolutely right. Thank you all again. Please get home safe. Say hi to a bunch of our wrestlers coming out right now. Grab some merchandise, get a photo, but please be sure to see us in 2 weeks, folks, and July 20th for Summer Surge. Oh yeah. I'll be wearing a Hawaiian suit, folks. Everybody's gonna be dressed up, so please bring your summer attire for that event. Thank you all again, folks. My name is Ario Amin, and I'll see you soon.
Are we off the air? Our walkie-talkie probably got. Oh.